Welcome to Whiskey Riffs. If you're new here, I'm Kevin, and I'm in Chiang Mai, Thailand today. This has been a long journey to get this bottle reviewed. It's an old Pulteney Huddart, and as you can see, I've had a few drams out of this bottle. I've been trying to get this video made for, 3 weeks. We've had a very busy time in Chiang Mai. If you want to find out more details about what we've been doing here, we've got videos on our other channel, Finding GINA, and I'll put some links below. But today is all about the whiskey, and I am thrilled that I was able to buy a larger bottle like this. It's not easy when I'm traveling full-time, but I figured we're going to be here over 30 days in Thailand. I can pick up a bottle of scotch, do a review, and then have something to sip on while I'm hanging around in Chiang Mai. Well, turns out I was having a bunch of sips before the review, but no worries, I am going to do a review, and let me start it right now by pouring some of this luscious liquid into this glass, and then we'll get to it. The nice part about having a town like Chiang Mai is there are bigger shops. When we were in Siem Reap, it was hard to find whiskey shops, it was hard to find something there. Thailand is a whole different story, and Chiang Mai had a mall with a big grocery store that had a nice liquor section. So I was able to find this. There was a couple other shops I looked at too. Had a big selection actually for what I wanted to buy, but I do miss a single malt scotch and I do miss a Highland Scotch. And this one is actually kind of unique because not only is it a Highland Scotch, but it's a coastal Highland Scotch. So it's in the town of Wick on the coastlands of the Highlands. It's affected by the salt sea air, and it's also matured not only in American ex-bourbon casks, but then finished in ex-peated whiskey casks, which means it's not a peated whiskey, it's not coming from the grain, but it is coming from time in a cask that's had peated whiskey in it, which gives it a nice little edge. It's 46% ABV, but I can't find any details about whether it's non-chill filtered. I'm hoping it is at 46%, and I don't know anything about added color. If you know anything about that, I'd love to hear your thoughts about this expression in the comments below. Any details you have are appreciated. Let's go ahead and get into the nosing. Now what I like about this right off the bat is the honey nose. There's also a bit of leather notes in there. A little bit of that tire store smell that I get sometimes. And I am getting a few notes of fruits. Maybe like a bit of a grapefruit and maybe a bit of a green apple. Overall, a nice nose, not unexpected for a Highland Scotch. Let's go in for the taste. Right off the bat, I'm getting these nice caramel notes. I'm getting that hint of smoke. It's not intense. If you don't like peated whiskeys, you shouldn't really have a problem with this. It's just subtle, but it does give me that flavor of maybe like an Ardbeg, a little campfire note to it. But again, very subtle, so it's not going to turn you off too much if you're not into the Islay whiskeys. I do like that there's sweetness on it. I do like that it's a roundness. I don't know how old this whiskey is. It doesn't have any aging statements on it, so it's a non-age statement whiskey. But it does have a taste of a bit of maturity to it. It doesn't seem that young. It doesn't have an edginess to it that might put some people off. I like a little edge, and I think that's what the smoke gives to me. And overall, I've been really enjoying the flavor profile of it. Like I said, there's fruit flavors in here, but they're subtle, there's sweetness. There's a nice spice to it. It's a little bit of peppermint note in the spice in the finish, and cinnamon, and a decent finish. It's pretty long. It's not an intense alcohol burn. It's just right. Like I've been picking this up and just enjoying it and saying, wow, I'm probably going to have to get this review done because I might just go through this whole bottle of whiskey and not realize that I've gotten down to the bottom. So I'm thrilled that I'm getting this review in because I would like to finish this before I leave, and I've only got a couple more days here, so who knows? may get the bottle finished. Let me know in your comments below if you think I finished it or not. I'll let you know in the next episode what I did. And the nose is really pleasant. It's just, you could sit with this whiskey and just enjoy it. I think their website says something about burnt toffee. I can sense that on the nose. It's just a pleasant whiskey. I'm thrilled that I was able to pick up this bottle. I really worked hard to figure out which bottle of whiskey to buy. You know, when you really only have a choice of one bottle because you're only going to be in a certain location for a short period of time and the budget is limited and I can't travel with this, this was a great choice. I'm really thrilled with it. Have you had the old Pulteney Huddart? Do you have any thoughts on it? I'd love to hear those in the comments. Until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of those people around you. And cheers. Yes. Now I get to finish the bottle. Sláinte.